Let's go. Let's go, man. What a day for the Champions League, man. What a day for soccer. What a day for football, whatever you call it. I do not care. What a day for the sport, man. What a day. Going into the day, I was saying yesterday's video that Barcelona had to get all 3 points, and I expected us to win 4-1. And what was the score, bro? Come on, man. Give your boy some props. They be acting like I don't know what I'm talking about, but give your boy some props. I said Barcelona will win 4-1, and what was the score, man? Come on. All I'm asking for is just my respect, bro. That's all I'm asking is for my respect. Unc knows ball, man. Better believe that. And the day, not only did we clinch a top 8 spot, winning 4-1 as I predicted, but we jumped over Chelsea. We jumped over Real Madrid. We jumped over PSG. Who else am I hating on, bro? We're going to get into this, man, because this day was crazy, bro. This day was crazy. And after Barcelona got their result, I'm looking at all the games, and the games is wrapping up, and I'm seeing that Real Madrid is losing to Benfica. This Benfica team is not good at all, bro. And the fact that not only they were losing to put them out of the top 8, but it was glorious to see Benfica get that last-minute goal by their goalkeeper to put them up 4-2, which was important because they had to get that extra goal to put them into the playoff round in the Champions League, essentially knocking out Marseille, I believe. So, man, it was action, goals galore all over. Chelsea's Napoli game was really good. They were losing. They came back and took the lead. Credit to them, but at the end of the day, all that shit that the fans was talking on social media after beating us, basically playing against a Barcelona side that didn't have Pedri, that didn't have a fit Rafinha, and we were playing with 10 men basically for the entirety of the second half. So they can have that, but when you look up in the standings, you got to look up and you got to see us, bro. I'm on that today. I'm on that today, bro. I'm feeling good, man. Let's get into the Barcelona game first before I go more into just the other results and looking at the final standings and who could we potentially match up with in the knockout rounds. But man, like I said, bro, what a day for Culers, man. I was wondering why at the end of the game when we were winning, the Barcelona fans at the Nou Camp were going crazy as if we just scored a goal. I'm like, well, you know, even if we scored a goal, it'll be 5-1. Like, what's the reaction for? Oh, Madrid is losing? Sign me up, bro. Sign me up, man. Let's get into this. So, let's start off with, like I said, the Barcelona game, man. Barcelona winning 4-1. All goals came in the second half. Barcelona does what Barcelona does best, bro. Not only did we have a shit first half, this is like our third or fourth straight game of just not showing up in the first half. Hansi Flick has to address that. But we got it all turned around in the second half. Got the goal difference. And we got the result. It was always going to be tricky because we didn't have Frankie de Jong and we didn't have Pedri. So I knew he was going to have to make some changes, some rotations in that midfield. And to start, bro, let's just get into this lineup, man, because this is a lineup, again, I was saying that he would go out there with, right? The last time when they were showing the projected lineups, they had Rooney in for Lamine Yamal, and I laughed at that because I'm like, there's no way in fuck that Lamine Yamal is not starting this game. So you got Lewandowski up front, Lamine Yamal, Fermin Lopez, Rafinha, Eric Garcia, Dani Olmo, Koundé, Kubarsi, Martin, Balde, and John Garcia in goal. Only thing I'm gonna highlight in the first half is, again, we came out there with no intensity. Again, we came out there thinking because we're the better team, our opponent is just gonna fold to us. And it's getting to the point now where I'm no longer going to get angry watching these first half performances because clearly the team don't show up until Hansi Flick gets into their ass, and then in the second half they go out and do what they got to do, right? So I'm done getting upset up because I'm seeing it so many times. It just is what it is at this point. I wish that we can jump out, get 3 or 4 goal leads, and then we can rotate, put in some young players on the back end of the game. That's what I would like. But for whatever reason, that's not this team's mindset. I mean, I'm literally at work, bro. I'm trying to get a working stream to be able to watch the game. I turn to the game. The very first thing I see is Koundé giving the ball away to Eric Garcia in the midfield. They're on the counter. I don't know where Kubarsi was on the defensive side. Like, once we lost the ball, he wasn't too close to the ball. He wasn't too close to his man. He was just floating. And next thing you know, Copenhagen's in on the counter. And I think his name is Dadison, I believe is how you say his name. It was a good ball in. Once they won the ball back, he just played it into the open space, and Dadison kept his composure and finished. And next thing you know, Barcelona's losing 1-0. And I'm just like, here we go with this shit again, man. But again, like I said, apparently this is just what we do. We start off shit in the first half, get everything better in the second half, and then our talent over time is the difference over 90 minutes. After we conceded that goal, really nothing was created that I can draw to memory in that first half. I mean, it was so poor that at the end of the first half, Barcelona going down 1-0, understanding not only we have to win, but we got to get the goal difference on our side to have us avoid the playoff round. It was so bad, the Barcelona fans were booing. And you know what? Clap to the Barcelona fans that was at the stadium, because we have to hold this club to a standard. And we know that we are a second half team. I bet most Barcelona fans, though they were disappointed in that first half performance, they knew coming out of that second half, we were going to do whatever we had to do to make sure that at the end of the day, we were going to get all 3 points. We knew that. But to continue to just throw away halves and just put in no effort and then just wait to play with your back against the wall, probably down a goal or two, that's not a formula that we need to have. We relied on that. I'm not going to say we relied on that last year, because to be fair, I don't remember us being so bad so often in the first half. Did we react after going down a goal or two? Of course. We was Comeback FC. That's what I'm damn near going to name this video. The title of this video is Comeback FC again. Did it again, because we done that a lot last year, but I felt we were playing our game. We were all over teams, and then they would get goals against the run of play, and then we would respond and go back and win. This year, especially as of late, if a team scores against us in the first half, it's not against the run of play. They were the better team. They created the better opportunities. We did nothing with the ball. We're losing the ball. There's no intensity. So again, that's just what we've been doing in the first half. Now, credit to Hansi Flick, because he made a substitution to start the second half, a substitution that I was kind of surprised to see. I thought when he took Eric Garcia off and he put on Marc Bernal, I'm thinking, damn, is Eric Garcia hurt? Did he have a good first half? Not necessarily, but I can't blame him. You know, 1 minute he's at center back, the next minute he's at right back, the next game he's at CDM, and he hasn't been at the center mid position in a while. So I'm not going to say he looked uncomfortable, but he didn't look as good as he would be as a center back. So when I saw that he took him out, I'm like, I don't know if that's a substitution I'd be willing to make. But as I'm literally saying that, Barcelona gets the first goal to start the second half, and we got that relatively quick. What was that, in the 48th minute? Yeah, so 3 minutes into the second half, we get the goal. And credit to Dani Olmo on that goal, because Dani Olmo playing in the deep lying midfielder position, you know, where he's normally playing at the 10. Sometimes he can play out left, but if you look at the first goal and how we scored, that was all because of Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo is damn near back there with the center backs. He saw Lamine Yamal making a run into space. He was barely onside, but he was onside. And once Dani Olmo broke through several lines to find Lamine Yamal was in. The only thing he had to do was just lay it off to Lewandowski, and that's exactly what he did. And Lewandowski tapped it home to make it 1-1. And then after it was 1-1, you know, the possession was a lot more sharper The intensity was there. The pressing was there. It's what we've seen from Barcelona a shit ton of times this year. This season, I should say. In the second half, the same Barcelona we saw in the second half against Real Oviedo is the same Barcelona we saw today in the second half. And Lamine Yamal, he got a bit fortunate. I felt kind of bad for Copenhagen on that second goal that they conceded, because Lamine Yamal on the right hand side, he cuts in. He takes a shot. It takes a nasty deflection to the point where it went up so high that I think his initial shot would have been on target, but it would have been at a comfortable height for the goalkeeper to save it. But because it took that deflection, it loops over where the goalkeeper would have been, and it just falls into the back of the net. Barcelona go up 2-1. And I'm thinking at this point, it's all about goal difference. It looks like we did enough to keep ourselves in the lead, because in this second half, with the intensity that we're showing, Copenhagen's all on the back foot. I didn't see them turning around and tying this game up, making it 2-2, or we have to be going back and forth. I didn't see that. So once we got the 2-1 lead, I'm like, cool. All right, bet. We doing what we supposed to do. Lewandowski, it was another situation for our third goal. Lamine Yamal was really the creator of a lot of what we had to offer, which is what we expect on Champions League nights, man. The boy is special. He's truly special. But on the third goal, Lamine Yamal again cutting in, and instead of taking a shot this time, he dinks it to Lewandowski. Was that? Now I'm thinking about it. Was that Lamine Yamal who played that ball to Lewandowski, and then Lewandowski got fouled? I believe it was. But yeah, Lewandowski chests the ball down, and as he's winding up for a shot, he nicks the defender. Not much the defender can really do in that situation, if I'm being brutally honest. But he was going for a strike on goal, and he didn't get much on it, and he went down immediately, starting holding his leg, and the referee looked at that and he thought about it for several seconds. I think somebody in his ear was like, I think that's a foul. So they called it a penalty. They did go to VAR, but it was upheld. The penalty stood. Rafinha took the penalty. Let's be real, Rafinha, love you dearly. You didn't really have a good game. I'm not going to pay too much attention to FootMob's ratings, because hell, I can be out there and I had a 7-1. I didn't even do anything. But that's just FootMob, and that's just, them being generous with their ratings. So yes, he had an 8.5. If you didn't watch the game, you thought he was one of the better players out there. But I'm telling you, up until that goal, Rafinha was playing kind of sloppy. I'm not going to lie. But credit to him, he took the penalty very well. And at this point, again, we're up 3-1. And I think after that goal, I'm like, okay. I'm looking at the standings, and I believe at that time, Chelsea was drawing with Napoli. You got PSG drawing with Newcastle. You got Real Madrid at that time. I think they were losing 3-1, but then they was just about to get a goal to make it 3-2. So I'm looking at the standings. I'm like, okay, cool. I would like one more goal to be selfish, but I would rather it stay like this and we don't concede than it be 4-2 and we only still have that 2-goal difference. And in the 85th minute, we won a free kick. And credit to Rashford, man, because this is the first goal we scored in the Champions League in a very long time from the free kick. And it was him and Rafinha lined up over it on the left-hand side. And Rashford, man, this is one thing about him, man. That motherfucker, when he shoots the ball, he puts so much power behind the shots. It's really like nothing I've really ever seen at the club in a long time. And only somebody with a powerful shot can squeeze that free kick in that angle that he did. The goalkeeper even got a hand on it, and it was still too much, and it got past him. So great free kick from Rashford, puts Barcelona up 4-1. It looked like at that moment we definitely sealed our fifth spot. Now, Copenhagen did score, I believe, in the 90-something minute. But VAR ruled it out, and I can't really tell what they ruled it out for. I don't know if it was a handball, if it was interfere to play from somebody who was offside, if they called it a foul prior to, because I believe it was Kubarsi who was laying down on the ground. I don't know what they called it, but at the end of the day, they waved the goal off, which means that Barcelona's goal difference stayed at, in this game, it was at 3, winning 4-1. But I believe now that gave us the goal difference of... Oh, okay. That was pretty cool right there, Foot Mob. Why can I not see the standings, bro? What is going on with Foot Mob? Okay, so yeah, that's going on. I don't know what the hell that's about. But you know who ain't gonna let me down? The actual Champions League Twitter page. So let's just go there. Let's just go, and they should have the goal difference in the standings. Yeah, they do. Okay, so sorry about that. I don't know what the hell Foot Mob is on, but that goal gave us the 8 goal difference, which was important because that kept us 1 goal over Chelsea, 2 goals over Sporting, and Manchester City, who were all level at 16 points. So doesn't make much of a difference, because even if the goal difference didn't go our way with how the results went, 16 points would have still been enough to put us in the top 8. We're seeing how all the other results went, right? So very happy with seeing Barcelona's performance in the second half. We gotta work on starting off stronger, because against better quality opponents, you give them a goal or 2 lead, it's going to be too much to try to come back against. So credit to Barcelona. We did what we had to do. The goal at the end of the day was to win the game, get out of there healthy, and clinch the top 8 spot, and you can check off all 3 as far as accomplishments from Barcelona. So great job from the boys today. Happy that we got the result that we need, but I gotta be petty before we get out of here. I'm not gonna go back to Foot Mob because that was on some bullshit. But first of all, La Liga. What's going on, man? La Liga was an utter embarrassment today in the Champions League. You got Athletic Club at home losing to Sporting. You got Atleti Madrid losing to what are they? Is it New Boys? I don't know how the hell Bodo Glimt is how you say their. The point is, they shouldn't be losing to these motherfuckers at home, and they lost. So that's now 0-2 for La Liga. We go to Barcelona. They was the only team to win, and that's now 1-2. Real Madrid loses to Benfica 1-3, and Villarreal loses 3-0 to Leverkusen 1-4. And I believe that was the last of the La Liga spots. I don't know what's going on with La Liga. Actually, I do. We can't spend no money because Tebas has us on a salary cap hell. And because we can't spend money, we can't improve the teams. Therefore, they may look the same in La Liga, but when you take them outside of the league and play them against other European quality teams, they will get battered. Leverkusen is not a 3-0 better team, if that makes sense. Like, okay, they can beat Villarreal, but 3-0 is kind of crazy. Athletic being held to 1 goal against Bodo Glimt. Come on, man. Athletic Club giving up 3 goals. I mean, they've been shit this year. But again, we talking about Athletic Club. Historically, they would hold off so much better than what they've been showing here recently. But you gotta blame how the league is set up, and it's showing its ugly effects in Europe. And I honestly see it with Barcelona. But you know, we held our own and we did what we got to do because we the only ones out of all the teams I've named that play total football. So, you know, even if we can't spend money, we still have an identity that on more often than not, you will win on more nights than, how do I want to say this? Most often on Champions League nights, Barcelona will still find a way to win no matter if they have a rich squad or not, because the style of play is conducive to winning. There we go. I said it. All right, bam. But like I said, the Champions League results was crazy, bro. Granted, Chelsea came back. You know, they got their result against Napoli. That was a good game. But guess what, bro? You're still looking up to us. So we will see y'all down the road. This bracket, I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna have to explain to me how this bracket shit works, because Barcelona could be on this side of the bracket playing either PSG, Newcastle, Monaco, or I don't even know who that is. And then on this side of the bracket, Barcelona could be on this side playing against the same 4 teams, but it will be on this side of the bracket. How the hell does this work? Do we know who we will be playing prior to the playoff? Or we simply have to wait until the playoff rounds before we absolutely know for sure who we will play? Because right now we got a gist, like an idea of who we can be playing, but we absolutely don't know that yet. Oh, so this is the playoff draw? Say, swear to God, this is actually the playoff draw. Real Madrid. Oh, damn. I'm thinking it's Real Madrid versus Inter, bro. I got excited for a second. So basically saying Real Madrid or Inter will be playing either Benfica or Bodo Glimt. I believe I've already seen that Real Madrid will end up playing against Benfica. So I think that they will get it back in blood. Like, yeah, they lost. They was embarrassed. They had 2 red cards. They were all over the place. But I do believe over 2 games, right? That's how the playoff works. It's over two legs. Over 2 legs, Real Madrid should be able to beat Benfica. I'm gonna be real. I'm one of the biggest haters of Real Madrid, but I'm not stupid. They should be able to do what they got to do. I was kind of surprised to see them losing. I know it's tough to go there and win, especially when it's raining. But you know, every team ain't built to go to Benfica and pick up all 3 points. Or just let's just say it ain't for everybody to go to Benfica on a rainy night and get a result. Real Madrid had to do that. They failed. Barcelona tried it last year, and shout out to my boy Rafinha for getting us over the line, because I believe that was in the knockout round. So crazy results from today's games, man. Like I said, the La Liga definitely let me down as a La Liga fan, but on this day I can really give a shit because I was selfishly only worried about Barcelona. Looking at some other matches, I'm surprised to see Arsenal had a pretty close game against Karat Almaty. Like, some of these teams I've never even heard of, bro. I'm gonna be real. Never even heard. This is the last day of the group stage, and I'm still coming across teams. I'm like, who the hell are y'all? Marseille, they can't even be upset that Benfica did what they did against Real Madrid, because y'all lost 3-0 to Club Brugge. If y'all just lost 1-0, y'all probably still would have went through. That mathematically you actually would have, but y'all lost, not only lost, but y'all lost 3-0 to Club Brugge, like they're one of the biggest teams in Europe. That's on y'all. So Marseille is out. We already talked about Benfica, Real Madrid, Barcelona. The Inter Dortmund game, I didn't see much of it, but I saw it was 0-0 for the longest until Inter got a free kick and scored like in the 80th minute. So it didn't look like I missed too much from that game. The Ajax Olympiacos game was pretty big. And I seen that Ajax ended up losing it after conceding that second goal in the 80th something minute, I believe. Spurs kept a clean sheet at Frankfurt, which is, man, look, shout out to Spurs, bro, because they holding their own in the Champions League group stage phase, and they comfortably clinched the top 8. So shout out to them. Liverpool smashed Quarterback. Look like they're starting to get their groove back, at least in the Champions League. I saw the Mohamed Salah go. Man City 2-0. Monaco and Juventus, absolutely nothing burger, bro. 0-0. Yuck. Already talked about Chelsea. Who gives a shit about the Pafos and Slavia Prague? No disrespect. I just don't really care about your game. The PSG Newcastle, that was a big result for Barcelona because both teams were ahead of Barcelona before the start of the games today. But because both teams dropped 2 points, Barcelona hops both of them. Good result for us. Bayern Munich, PSV, I didn't even see anything about this game, no highlights or anything, but they win 2-1, and then Atalanta losing at Union SG 1-0. So, like I said, crazy results. The top 8 has been solidified, with Arsenal picking up all 24 out of 24 possible points. Okay, you know, kudos to Arsenal for doing what they had to do. Rounding out the top 8, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Tottenham, Barcelona, Chelsea, Sporting, and Man City. In the knockout I'm gonna call it the playoffs because you haven't qualified for the knockout rounds yet. Real Madrid at 9th, Inter, PSG, Newcastle, Juventus, Atleti, Atalanta, Leverkusen, Dortmund, Olympiacos, Club Brugge, Galatasaray, Monaco, Quarterback, and Bodo Glimt, and Benfica. Barely squeezing in, but Benfica. I'm looking at the bottom, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real. 9 versus 24, 10 versus 23, 11 versus 22. It's a lot of these games where I can see the top half of these teams, though you have to play an extra round, most of these teams, if not all of them, should comfortably go through. I ain't gonna lie. As much as I would like to see a team like PSG, a team like Real Madrid get upset, just because I don't really rate them as a club. Now, we're trying to work our relationship with PSG. Let's see how it goes. But Real Madrid, you already know what's up. Would never show love to y'all. So the fact that y'all in this position, you have to play extra games, and one of those games y'all gonna be down with Rodrigo and Asensio is perfect. So crazy day, great result for Barcelona, a great day for Culers, man. The only way this day could have been better is if that big ass parlay a lot of us put together, if I was able to hit, it would have been a perfect day. But obviously, once fucking Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid lost, then there goes my slip. So let me know what y'all thought, man, because it was a lot going on in this video for sure. I had to make this one a long one, but man, crazy day, crazy results. Everything went Barcelona's way. Very happy with how the day went. Man, like I said, leave a comment down below. What games were y'all watching? If y'all were watching the Barcelona game, let me know your thought on the game, the performances, and like I said, man, and outside of the Barcelona game, just as a whole, just what other games did you watch, and what were your thoughts on it? Because this was one of the craziest Champions League days that I have of memory. So I appreciate y'all if y'all made it this far watching this video. Like the video if y'all haven't already. Please subscribe. And yeah, man, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and I just finished working out. I'm about to go ahead and chill for the evening, do some editing, had this video posted out for y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one, man. I should be doing a match preview going into our game this weekend in La Liga, and then if I'm available, I'll do a live watch along. If not, you can guarantee that you're gonna see a match reaction for sure. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get up with y'all on the next one. I appreciate all the love y'all been showing. So until then, man, Two Tone is out. Peace.